Hey YouTube, it's me, Nezarek, and we're talking about the Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather results for the fight on Nezarek. And I'm not shocked, but I am getting a little bit frustrated with hearing all these excuses for Conor McGregor. I've already laid out that I am a big fan of Conor McGregor, but I think that the reason why we're getting all these excuses is the same reason we saw all these excuses when Rampage Jackson beat Chuck Liddell. They try to say the ref called it too early. Conor was he was on his way to irreparable damage in that fight, and I don't think he was gonna get head damage so much. I don't think he was gonna get any type of brain damage because Floyd Mayweather isn't that type of fighter. But he was landing body shots, okay. And if you don't believe me, watch the fight from beginning to end, from round 1 to round 4. Okay, he's landing these shots consistently. Every time they get in these little tangles, he just throws a shot, okay? And you hear Conor, you hear back, okay? And it's not because that's all that Floyd can land. It's because a body shot's something that you'll shrug off as not that big of a deal. But eventually, guess what? Those body shots add up, and they take your legs away from you, they take your wind away from you. It hurts to breathe, it hurts to move, it hurts to throw a punch. They immobilize you. And Floyd started that early. That's why in round 4 you saw a different Conor McGregor than you did in round 1. Okay, now if you reach the Bleacher Report, and if you listen to a lot of the people who are Conor McGregor fanboys and these people who are just inherently racist, I mean, let's be honest here. If the white guy loses, there's a bunch of excuses, but if the black guy loses, it's just because the white guy's better, okay? And I don't think we should sugarcoat that, because I'm pretty sure a bunch of people who are going to watch this video in the future, now, whatever, are going to say, oh, well, it was the referee, he called it too early. No, Conor was dead, man. He was already dead, okay? He was gone, okay? Oh, he changed the size of the gloves at the beginning of the match. They still weren't the big-ass gloves that you see freaking Floyd Mayweather freaking rocking, dude. Floyd Mayweather used to rock the biggest gloves he can find because it made it easier for defense, okay? What else? Oh, Conor McGregor just didn't have the stamina. No, he was taking body shots from round 1 to round 4 with no freaking, like, real tactic to try to avoid it, okay? So that's why Conor McGregor came out in round 4 a different fighter. Okay, I keep saying this, and it's hard to get this through to some people's skulls because they want to make an excuse for Conor McGregor because he's such a showman. He's got them to believe that he is this be-all, end-all fighter, when the reality is he isn't. We saw it with Nate Diaz. Okay, so let's just dispel a few things that people were saying about why Floyd Mayweather won, like the whole turning his back thing. Oh, fight him like a man. Bro, that's the rules, okay? And people in every sport, including UFC, exploit the rules. You want a real good prime example of someone exploiting the rules? Like how Floyd Mayweather turns his back and shows the back of his head toward a fighter so they won't hit him. Look at Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor walks around at like 190, dude, and he fights at like 148, 150, okay? So if you're losing 40 pounds before a fight, and you're routinely 4 to 6 inches taller than the people you're fighting, there's a reason for it, and it's because you're exploiting the rules, okay? Most people don't lose that much weight before a fight, but you'll notice Conor McGregor comes out really dry, really lean, looking like he's been doing meth for freaking a week and a half, because he just spent the past week and a half burning out every ounce of water from his system, and the first thing he does after he weighs in is he grabs that little thing of coconut water and he starts drinking. He starts putting that weight back on, okay? His muscles are all depleted, he has no energy, no stamina, except for, you know, when he gets that crazy Irish look in his eyes, you know, like, freaking, but, like, realistically, like, he's exploiting the rules. You know who else does it? John Jones, man. That guy loses a bunch of weight and then freaking fights in a class where people are half his size, and he gets to tout freaking, you know, how great he is, when the reality is, bro, you're bigger than freaking all the guys you're fighting. You have every advantage already, okay? So Conor McGregor, dude, he does the same thing. Okay, not to take anything away from his genuine talent, but he does the same thing. And if you think that it's just me being a hater, he fought Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz isn't that great of a fighter, okay? Like, I'm just gonna keep shit real, like he's not that great of a fighter. His brother Nick Diaz used to be a great fighter, but like, they've gone from being, especially Nick, man, they've gone from being genuinely talented fighters to fighters to where now 50 to 80% of what they do is mind game. Okay, it's all about getting inside the other fighter's head and figuring out a way how to beat them there. Okay, Conor McGregor does that to an extent too. Okay, but at the same time, it's like, you know, it kind of depletes their just genuine physical talent. And this is why I'm saying, like, you can't be mad at someone for doing something when the only reason... You can't be mad at Floyd Mayweather for doing something in the ring that Conor McGregor routinely does in the octagon, which is exploit the rules, okay? That's the way the sport works, it's the way the game works, and if we keep shit real, Conor McGregor isn't as good at exploiting those rules as Floyd Mayweather is. Look at their records, okay? Floyd Mayweather's just had more fights. Now let's talk about the body shots and how they played the biggest role in this fight. Okay, Conor McGregor did way better than anybody thought he would. The reality is, Conor McGregor's a boxer, okay? I'm not trying to take anything away from him. He was a good boxer before he started doing MMA. MMA gave him a tool bag where he can do pretty much whatever he wants to anyone. And they're always guessing what he's doing. They're always trying to figure out what the hell's going on. And Conor McGregor's a damn good boxer. A lot of people didn't give that guy enough credit, but I said that in my last video. I was like, Conor McGregor started out boxing, and he was pretty damn good at it. Okay, and it shows in his early fights in the octagon, before he grew the beard, before he got the tattoo on his chest, all that crap. I've watched those fights. Conor McGregor is he was... That's how I became a Conor McGregor fan in the first place, okay? I've watched a few of his new fights. I didn't like him too much because he was too loud, too crazy, too obnoxious. Then I watched his old fights, and I was like, okay, this guy's the real deal, okay? Problem is that he's walking into a boxing ring against probably one of the best tactical defensive boxers that have ever lived, the richest athlete on the planet. It's going to be Kenny Florian versus Joe Lazon, okay? Joe Lazon's very talented, very skilled, but Kenny Florian is just on a different level, okay? That's all there is to it. It's Anderson Silva versus Nick Diaz, who I just bashed, okay? Watch the Anderson Silva-Diaz fight. Anderson Silva suffered some mental damage from breaking his leg. I don't care what anybody says. Against Chris Weidman, he suffered some real mental anguish, okay? The problem is that he wasn't comfortable throwing kicks, and that's like one of his main bread and butter. Yeah, I got an alert, sorry. One of his main bread and butter gigs, okay? And it's like, Anderson Silva without his knees, his grips, his clinch, he's not the same guy, okay? So that's why Anderson Silva slowly but surely has disappeared from MMA. But it's like, you can't expect these fighters to go into any sport and just be the best at it just because they talk a lot of shit. And I think a lot of people think that Conor McGregor jumping out, talking a lot of trash, getting in someone's face, is what makes him a good fighter versus actually being a great fighter. Okay, because anything that you can apply to Floyd Mayweather that takes away his credibility, makes him an unmerited champion. The fight was called too early. Anything you want to say, dude, can directly be applied to Conor McGregor and any other person fighting in any other combat sport. So let's just give credit where credit's due. Floyd did it as he freaking always does, which is lure his opponent into freaking deep water and drown him, dude. I mean, I've never seen Conor McGregor that gassed before in my life. I didn't think Conor McGregor could get that tired, dude. Okay, to where he's just putting his hands down. Round 5, he actually had Conor McGregor dazed, okay? And a lot of people don't know what Conor McGregor looks like when he's been rocked. I've watched enough of his old fights to actually... I forgot all the other guys' names, but he's been rocked a couple of times. But Conor McGregor doesn't just get rocked and then back up and stumble around. No, Conor McGregor gets rocked, and he closes the gap so you can't hit him again. Okay? And his feet are beyond sure. Okay? So when he's rocked, his feet look like a normal boxer's feet. And I hate to say it like that, but his stance narrows, and his chin goes down, and he starts grabbing. Okay? In some cases, I've actually seen him not grab, but just drop. Okay? Not literally just drop to the floor, but like drop and throw his counter punches. But like he'll probably stand his ground for a second or something like that. But he doesn't get rocked very often. Okay, he does get rocked. He has a pretty good chin, but he doesn't get rocked very often. But I mean, realistically, Conor lost his fight solely on tactics. Okay, look how much bigger he is than Mayweather. And I was shocked to see Mayweather actually say that himself. But Conor McGregor's a big dude. A lot of people think Conor McGregor's a small, skinny guy. No, bro. Conor McGregor's a big dude. On the street, in the octagon, anywhere, dude. Like, that guy could make you swallow a few of your teeth with no problem. And for Floyd Mayweather to actually beat that guy, with the hand speed he has, the footwork he has, I think that's the kudos on his belt. Because, like, realistically, he did better. Like, they said, like, Conor McGregor did better than a lot of, world-class boxers. And I think it's because Conor McGregor is always fighting people that are smaller than him, okay? Let's keep shit real. Conor McGregor is always, very rarely do you see him going up in weight. The one time he did, he lost, and the second time he went back, and he got a decision, okay? I like Conor McGregor as a fighter, but realistically, that guy needs to move up to like 160, 170. He needs to be like at 170. He shouldn't be fighting 150-pound guys. And for people to sit there and just, keep worshiping him like he's, the best fighter ever. He's a great fighter, I'll say it again. It's not as accurate when you really put the pieces of the puzzle together. Losing 20, 15 pounds, and he's already a super lean dude, okay? He's super lean. Skinny as hell, okay? If you're dropping weight when you're that skinny to fight somebody, it's because you're taking advantage of the system, okay? That's all there is to it. And, I'm not trying to take away from Conor McGregor. I still think he's awesome. But at the same time, let's see him really put his money where his mouth is. He just got $400 million. You better buy a Bugatti Veyron that's red with gold rims too, Conor, if you really want to be a badass. I'm a sucker for gold rims. I don't know what it is. It's not solid gold. That'd be ridiculous. But anyway, let's see him put his money where his mouth is, man. He lost to Floyd, expectedly. But let's see him put his money where his mouth is in the octagon, okay? And that's in fighting people that are actually his size, fighting people that are actually naturally in his weight class, and to stop punching down and start punching up. Okay, and I think he has the mettle to do it, but like, I don't see him beating a Chris Weidman or Anderson Silva. Okay, I just don't. Conor McGregor's talented, but he's not that talented, and I think that's why he stays where he's at. Okay, so maybe the Irish hand grenade's freaking not Irish hand grenade. That's somebody else. I forgot his name. Something Martin. I forgot his name. But maybe he's not as keen as we thought he was. I hate to be I'm almost like making myself fall out of love with freaking Conor McGregor. I'm losing my man crush with Conor McGregor right now. Just really thinking about this, But at the same time, it's I don't know, man. I don't know. Look at him versus Jose Aldo, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, man. That dude's so much bigger than that guy. How is anybody shocked that he won that fight? Jose Aldo couldn't even reach that guy, and he got knocked out with one punch. Jose Aldo got knocked out with one punch and got his lip split open afterward, and then smiled afterward for a camera for a fan. Come on, dude. Conor, you need to go up and wait, dude. Stop punching down, dude. Start punching down. I'm kind of getting to the point now to where I feel like the hype behind Conor is just like Ronda Rousey. He's very, except he's actually talented. Let me make sure I say that. I think he has way more talent than Ronda Rousey. But at the same time, it's the more I really dissect this whole Conor McGregor, the more I scrutinize him, the more of a microscope I put on him, the less of a fan I'm becoming. And it's not because I don't like him. It's because what he's doing isn't really that impressive when you put it in the context of, you're losing 30 pounds, 40 pounds to fight, guys that are 5-6 inches shorter than you that weigh way less than you. Walks in the octagon weighing 180 something pounds, And it's the guys he's fighting walk around 5-10 pounds above freaking what they have to drop before, they fight, Maybe 15 pounds at most, I'm losing my freaking boner for that guy and starting making myself depressed right now. I don't know why you guys made me do this, YouTube. You guys really made me take a hard look at Conor McGregor, and honestly, I kind of feel like he's kind of like Ronda Rousey. He's been hyped up, but the competition isn't as fierce as freaking everybody makes it seem. And he boasts and talks about how great he is, because let's not forget, they were talking about Ronda Rousey fighting Floyd Mayweather. Holly Holmes showed her freaking what a good boxer could do, okay, with a kick. So, Is MMA all bullshit or what, man? I mean, John Jones, why isn't that guy fighting in heavyweight? You know, like, what the fuck, man? You guys need... We need some better rules in the UFC. We got more weight classes, man, but at the same time, if we have Conor McGregor fighting people at 150 pounds, that's a joke, man. Like, the more I think about it, the more that's a joke. And, like, the more that needs to change, dude. Like, the weight that you walk around at, you should only be dropping, like, a max of 20 pounds. And if you walk around at 190, okay, which Conor McGregor does, you shouldn't be fighting 150 pounders. Okay, dudes that walk around at 160, when they're being fat, when they just got out of freaking Golden Corral and eating for 2 hours, you know, like, there's no way, man. There's just no way. Anyway, YouTube, this is Nezarek. Thanks for freaking spoiling my appetite for Conor. I'm blaming you guys for this, for you guys and all the Conor McGregor fanboys out there for making me take that hard look. But I hope you guys feel free to like and subscribe. This is Nezarek. Deuces.